Hello, how you guys doing? My name is Marat. I've been asked by my mates all the time to show and explain what I have with my guitar. So I thought I will record a little video and give some explanation. Okay, this is my guitar. I called it Tardis. Something I will building for the whole 2019. Gradually, first I installed the switching system. Actually, first I got it from some guy who covered all with white paint, so I have to take the paint out because I didn't like it. So then I put the two P-rail pickups, and I put switching, and I put two P-rail pickups, upgraded the bridge, upgraded the tuners to the locking ones, installed this it's called pitch key system, which I'll explain later, and installed pretty crazy switching system. You see the 3 controls, 5-way switch, and 2 other 3-way switches. So what all this thing does, let's go through that. First of all, let's explain the mechanical updates. I have a Babbage bridge, which is supposed to give me a little bit more sustain. I have Gotosh, how to pronounce it, the locking tuners, and I have this pitch key thing that basically gives you drop D thing. Go back to the normal tuning. So the path, signal path for this recording is, I have my guitar, it goes through the wireless, called Mefe, 5.8 gigahertz wireless, works fine actually. Then it goes into a little box that cuts a little bit of bass, because it sounds way better with the overdrive. Then it goes straight to the Lenny Lionheart, and I have 2 channels, clean, overdrive, which you can switch. And let's just go through all the settings that guitar has. First of all, these 2 switches. Each of these switches changes the way the pickup works. So I have P-rails pickups, which are basically a rail, single coil, and P90 in one. And you can combine them in series and parallels, and they are reverse wound, so this is a hum canceling pickup. And honestly, I don't like the rail sound by itself in this particular pickup. It's a bit weak and thin sounding, and every time I tried to use it, I ended up understanding I would prefer P90 sound. So I chose 3 sounds. One of them is 2 P90 and rail go in parallel with each other. Second is just a P90, and the last one is the into series like a traditional humbucker. The parallel humbucker sounds very close to single coil. Actually, in this particular pickup, P90 dominates in this case, so sounds very close to the supposed to pick a microphone. Sounds very close to the P90, but it's hum cancelling and just a little bit more bright. Not as bright as single coil, but I don't like the single coil on its own anyways. Let's see how it all sounds, shall we? Bridge pickup, parallel humbucker, P90, again, series, P90, parallel, P90. So the parallel is a little bit more quiet, and P90 is a little bit more mid-rangey, a little bit louder, just a little bit, but there's not that much difference. And parallel mode I found just way more usable than a single coil mode. The same with the neck pickup. We go through it's parallel humbucker, P90, and the series. Now let's try how it works with the overdrive. Bridge, parallel humbucker. By the way, on the amp I have everything on 5 except the volumes. So on the overdrive channel, overdrive is on 5 and like middle ground, and volumes are a little bit on like 3 or 4. Again, so overdrive, bridge pickup, parallel humbucker, P90. series, P90, parallel. You can play some AC/DC like that. Actually sounds well on P90 as well. Neck pickup on overdrive, parallel, P90, series. To be honest, I kinda prefer for the overdriven sound, I prefer to go through the between P90 and series, depending on the situation. And on the clean sounds I go between P90 and parallel. So this was the pickups on their own. Now let's talk about what the 5-way switch do. So we chose our pickups. Now I have 5 settings: the bridge, neck and bridge out of phase, neck and bridge in parallel, traditional, and neck and bridge in series, in phase. I should have said the bridge, series out of phase, parallel in phase, series in phase, neck. And in the series mode, the bridge goes before neck, so the signal goes to the bridge, then there's a tone control, it can roll some of treble out of bridge, then goes into neck, and neck can go normal or reverse phase. So basically it means that in series modes, the neck control becomes kind of like a master tone control because it's less than a chain, and the bridge kind of can a little bit remove the bridge pickup from this configuration. So let me show what I mean. So this is the, let's say, both P90, and we go in series mode in phase. I can roll the bridge down, the bridge all the way up, all the way down. So I kind of have this. This is neck, this is in series, neck and bridge, with bridge rolled down. I kind of can bring the bridge in. But the most interesting sound is the out of phase sound. And in the out of phase, the other interesting thing is the P90s, they are wired reverse wound, reverse polarity. It means that when they're connected together in phase, they become a humbucker, so they cancel the hum. But in out of phase it doesn't happen, unfortunately, but they always can get away with parallel or something. So this is the actually in phase, out of phase, I prefer to switch bridge to the series because it cancels out the most of signals, so it makes the most difference, right? Out of phase is the difference between signals. So for example, here's both in parallel mode. And now let's switch the bridge to series. And it sounds weak, so let's switch the neck as well in series. And you kind of bring yourself in kind of Queen territory. It's very interesting sounds. So I'm not Brian May though, but so. Kind of that. And other songs I found which are very good when it goes so this sound is nothing but a guitar and the amp, right? Well, a bit of bass cut, but that's just to make it sound cleaner. That's it, nothing else. And it has kind of like wah effect into that. I can't explain why. Is it the guitar, is it pickups, or is it the amps doing that? But it's more prominent in the valve amps. Right? Very interesting sound. The other way why the series could be useful is just a little bit more punch for, let's say, solos or something. So you go in. So just switch between. This is neck on itself. This is in series. It just gives a little bit more sustain. And if it sounds too muddy or too much overdriven, I would say that we can always connect the two P90s in series. Love it. Anyways, this is my guitar. It has crazy amount of switching. I calculated that I have 33 combination of switches that do something. And but I tend to use it. It's not like a switching all the switches all the time. Depending on the sound or on the genre or what I'm playing, I tend to basically choose one of some configuration of pickups and just switch between neck and bridge. It could be though that sometimes when I'm start to playing on like on the parallels, I think I need a bit more like punch or something. I can switch to P90s, but basically that's it. So I keep P90/parallel for the clean sounds, or series/P90 for overdriven sounds in general. And the last feature which I really like about this guitar is the hardware feature, not electronics. That's pitch key thing. What it can do, it can you can basically have two separate tunings of the same string. Drop D, right? Something like that. And it's a mechanical one, so if you want to sustain or something or feedback, it will work on this string, unlike the digital pitch shifting. Because with digital, what happens, let's say your actual string sounds like E, you drop it to D, and the amp brings back the D, which doesn't resonate with the original E, so the feedback is not happening. In this case, it's happening. Anyways, this is my Magic guitar, which I love, and I hope this explains most of its features, and I hope I will have time to make another video. Will explain the schematics, like how it's all connected and how the switches and everything works, but that's probably next time. See you, folks.